If you see green throughout this text tonight, it is all to do with the neurodivergent thinking, why things are harder for you. If you're reading them in blue, they'll all be fighting game related, specifically in this case Street Fighter 6. And then any red text that you see will be demonstrations or questions I'll be asking in the chat throughout the night. My name is C57. I'm a trash Street Fighter player, but I know how to teach. So how do I get us to be just as trash as me? And to my left, my co-host for tonight is also a trash Street Fighter player. She doesn't play this game.
I'm not a Street Fighter player.
And but she comes with also a teaching background and a psychology major. So she'll be talking through pretty much most of the green points. So I'm gonna let her just take the run. If you think I'm trash, or I think I'm trash, what does that make you is a really good question. Does it make you anything right now? That is the important question. You're not at that level where you feel like you can be called trash yet. That's
basically you're not even trash.
Not yet, but we're gonna build you to be the best piece of trash throughout our 12 points of the model of learning tonight.
You're not trash, you're not anything.
Yeah. So a bit of background. Peps McRae, this is a teacher who's been teaching teachers how to teach
Teaching teachers how to teach.
Teaching teachers how to teach for over the last 20 years in the southeast of England. He was my mentor when I started learning how to teach 12 years ago. And he writes these blogs, fires them out to all the teachers in our area. And
well, you have to be signed up. You have to be signed up.
Yeah, I'm not signed up to it.
I am, because when I was training to be a teacher 10 years later, so we go on 2 placements. My second placement mentor, who was another teacher, told me, "Oh, you should sign up for this thing. It's Peps." And I was like, "Oh, I remember Peps. He taught Seafire how to teach." So I was like, "Oh, he must have some shit to say." And so every Thursday he brings out like these snacks about education, and I read them in the morning before I'm going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Seafire talk about it. Sometimes we talk about how trash it is and how it doesn't really make any sense.
Yeah.
Sometimes we take a little bit of it and we're like, "Oh yeah, I see where he's coming from, but like, yeah, okay, fine, but shut the fuck up." And this one here, a model of learning, I saw and I went, "Oh, slay, this will work for Street Fighter." And this is something that we can talk about, because he puts it in a really nice, he gives us his model of learning. So if you'll go just scroll down for a second, you'll see that it says, teaching, I'm just making this bold bit. Teaching is about making learning happen. The better we understand how it works, the greater our potential for impact in the classroom. Just as a doctor who understands the body can better diagnose and treat, a teacher who understands cognition can better plan and respond. The big challenge is that learning is invisible to even the learner. I would add on to that.
Yeah.
It's mega hard to build a rigorous mental model of cognition through classroom experience alone, which is why we must also lean on insights from research.
And over the last 20 years, he has developed these 12, main points.
It's just 10.
Over the last 20 years.
10.
No, 12.
Is it 12?
It's
12 points?
Yeah, 12 points that he's done. And obviously found a way to describe the process of learning and how we should find our ways through each of these points.
Often simultaneously.
Yeah.
Which is really tricky for an educator. So what I'm hoping that you'll get out of this the most is understand that learning is invisible to people who study this for a lifetime. Peps has been studying this for a lifetime.
I've been studying
He
it
will
for a
study
fraction
this.
of a time.
He will study this for the rest of his life. And he'll never get to the bottom of it. He'll never get an answer. So if you ever feel like I don't have an answer to this, no one fucking does. Really. It's invisible. It's an enigma for such a lot of it, because you can feel like you've got it down, and you get a new group of year sevens, and it's all windows, all opportunities, all things that you've done that has worked doesn't fucking work on these kids. Like, and that should comfort you in the fact that no one really knows what we're doing and how we really learn.
I teach the same content to you guys, but through different means.
Like, all the time.
And there'll be someone brand new that comes onto the channel, wants the coaching, and then at some point, I'm going to have to find a brand new way to teach the same content that you've all learnt. So how do we do that effectively? Point number 1. Accumulating knowledge across generation is what makes humans successful. This is what partly school is for. School doesn't end when you finish school. Can we all recognize that? Should be able to learn until we die.
Well, hopefully that's the goal.
That is the goal. We should be able to learn until we die.
Yeah, and it's painful. No one is denying the painfulness of it, but it can also be really rewarding.
So, because it's what makes us successful, we don't have to do it alone. We've got the idea of classrooms, for example. Like, you don't have to go and sit there and teach maths, English, history, geography by yourself. We've got generations of knowledge that we can give to the next generation. So don't sit there and think about, and this is the Street Fighter 6 application, don't sit there and invent your own Oki. Don't sit there and invent your own knockdown into this obscure tech, right? People figure that out for you. You've got people on Discord helping you, you've got Wikipedias, you've got people on Twitter. Twitter is actually, apart from how shit Twitter is in general as a platform, it shows some really good, like, oh, here's a cool ass combo or cool ass setup we can do. But the ADHD brain finds that hard to do.
Yes. We, and I say we in the loosest sense.
Yeah.
I say we in the royal sense, which is to say that I am not officially diagnosed, but a lot of people have told me. And I don't think I have the typical ADHD, but I cannot afford and or cannot be bothered to actually go to a professional and get an answer either way. I'd say I am an ADHD empathizer.
And we all should be.
Yes. So please note, from here on out, I will be referring to me and other neurodiverse people as we, but it will be the royal we. Yeah, we love a novelty rabbit hole, in the sense that old things or things that have already been done are more appealing to us rather than things that have been done previously by other people. We like to invent our own way of doing it, often to our detriment. A player might hyperfocus for 6 hours straight watching combo videos and reading super combo wikis, feeling highly productive. Passive consumption provides faster dopamine than active drilling. Yeah, we like the research part of it. Sometimes it depends on the thing, but we do feel as if Twitter just have some cool tips, even though it's mostly slop. Hey, Cody. What was I saying?
This is the ADHD brain.
Yeah. I have to look and then go back, and then I've forgotten what I've said. You've seen it in my streams all the time. I'm halfway through a fucking sentence, and then I see something else, and I'm like, oh yeah, let's focus on that instead. Yes, so we can Oh my god. Again. Faster dopamine than active drilling. Active drilling
Yeah.
can feel as if time goes slower. I think this is more about a time thing rather than a feeling highly productive thing. We do know that it is better to do it, but this feels as if it's
It doesn't activate.
enough.
It doesn't activate the same type of dopamine that neurotypical people access. I find the fun in learning. I find the fun in drilling. Other people might find the fun in watching people
Other
do
people
a combo.
do a combo instead.
And
Yeah,
then-
we
and
like
then-
the flashy.
and then sit there and just theorize and go like, oh yeah, that's a cool thing. I wish I could do that. And then that's it.
We like the flashy, but we don't understand the work that it takes to do it. And I think this is like a time. Oh, what's that? Time blindness? Time blindness thing. We think that a second
Can last a lifetime or an instant.
Yeah, an instant or a lifetime. One of the two, and it depends on what we're doing. We've all heard the saying like time is relative, so we all experience this on some level. It's why like summer holidays seem to go really, really quickly, and yet when you're at work, it seems like the same hour feels like 5. We all get that, but with ADHD and neurodiverse people, depending on what kind of neurodiversity you have, you don't know how long a second feels. And when we're asked to spend time on something that we're not particularly wanting to do in the first place,
Though that time could feel like an eternity.
yeah,
And
we dread that.
want to just get you guys understanding the idea of like, you don't have to study this on your own. Like, you just have to reach out, and you don't have to sit there and go like, oh, how many frames do I have? What's my potential knockdown? What's my meaty? Like, that has already been worked out for you. So what I want to just get into the game right now is Core A Gaming has actually talked about something called honing versus innovating. Right now, if you are a master and below, even if you're 1600 MR or below, are you a honer or are you an innovator? Do you hone the setups that people have tested and it's tried and true, or do you go and invent a new thing? Because it's important to understand what style you are, and you can be both.
At times.
At times you can be both. So chat, first question of the day, are you a honer or are you an innovator in fighting games?
I like how the matches feel like stupid quick and unreactable, but watching someone else is slow and obvious. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's also like a bystander effect though, as well.
Well, I'll wait for your responses. I'm just going to go and grab the jury document that I've got for from Raiden. Here are all the setups that you see for jury, right? What to do after a level 3, what to do after forward throws, what to do after heavy DP. And you can sit there and learn all of them. There's loads to learn. Like, even just after light kick store or medium kick store or even heavy kick release, right? There's lots of stuff that you can go and learn. But those of you who've seen my chat, does anyone know what my favorite setup is? After I land, what do I land after a heavy kick store? If you watch my stream, you should know what the next thing is. That with light DP, exactly. Is that in this document?
'Tis nah.
It is not. Other things that you can think about doing is +7 after a throw width. Is that in the document? Is throw width in the frame kill section? Absolutely not. So what is the point of me talking about this right now? It's because if you're going to be an innovator in these setups, you have to first know how to hone stuff. And hone the stuff that has already been mapped out and it works. Once you've done that, then you can start innovating. Oh, I know exactly this many frames I can kill. Well, let me try different combinations of frame kill moves that isn't in this document. Let me find something that is my signature. This is why it's called a C-Fire signature. Only me and Legend FGC do this. People have seen it. I haven't seen anyone else replicate it. And the game's been out for 3 years. And I teach it to you guys. But you're not at that point where you've honed everything that you can with meaties. So why are you innovating? There's no point in... It doesn't go... Yeah.
Innovating requires that you have a strong foundation. It's like trying to build a house on a weak foundation. You have a strong foundation first, and then you can start building the house.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Build from the ground up, you know? But that's hard, you see, because ADHD...
cool.
Because neurodivergent brains, particularly ADHD and ADD... they get very we want something new all the time. We're being fed this constant because we react well to dopamine.
We want the quick fixes.
We want the quick fixes. We want the house looking nice, you know? We want it to be like Sims where we can just buy everything.
Just go for it.
Do you like our Timmy as well? His name is Timmy. And he's a miserable sod.
He's trash.
He is absolute trash. And he would not mind me saying that. In fact, he would mind me saying that. But he minds everything I say.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. You can actually be really hard on him because he'll be miserable regardless.
This is what you guys feel like sometimes.
Literally. You guys feel like that.
Yeah.
And you're like, you shouldn't be like Timmy. Only Timmy should be like Timmy.
Yeah.
Put all your feelings into Timmy. He's got a paunch. He's got a little paunch, you know? And a little tail. Yes, he's a jelly cat. Yes, I paid an exorbitant amount of money for him. But I don't care. Look at him. I don't have disposable income for nothing. And you can't sit properly, dude.
No, you can't push him down.
You can't push him down. Just push him up.
Point number 2, please.
Sorry.
Wendy.
Academic knowledge is hard to discover. Speaking can be learned naturally, but reading must be taught. Now, this is obviously very, like, academic. It leans heavily on the fact that you're a classroom. These will, because he's talking about it from a thing, but we'll connect it all. Don't worry about it. It might be like, oh shit, what? Reading must be taught. Yes, reading has to be taught. I could go on forever.
Yeah.
About it, but it's not relevant to the discussion. So
you'll see when you first start playing a fighting game. I'm just gonna sit here and press a button because it looks cool, not knowing whether or not it was your turn or not knowing whether or not it was punishable or not. But you can start to recognize, oh, this DP is punishable. But it's about actually understanding the frames afterwards, like the reading of the game afterwards. Understanding that a move is -4 and block, therefore punishable, is academic. That is the reading part. Pressing heavy punch just looks cool because I just press it and I can do that naturally. It's just a button. But why does this make our neurodivergent people struggle in this area?
Oh, it's another thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's another thing to fucking learn. And
this is it.
Studying frame denter is fundamentally understimulating.
Yeah.
The ADHD brain inherently resists. Sorry, I'm reading this because I have read it for the first time. I've not had any. I've not had any input. I haven't got any input in this, by the way. I said this morning, "Oh yeah, let's do it," and then I fuck off. I fuck off for like 6 hours. The ADHD brain inherently resists a low dopamine academic side of the game. making the transition from playing for fun to playing to learn alone. Playing to learn, sorry, is exceptionally jarring. Yes, I agree. There's nothing stimulating about reading, especially if you already struggle with reading. And like reading, understanding and remembering all of these moves that are plus on block, minus on block, like
even I'm like that, you know?
Yeah. And when it's already something that we don't want to do, or already something that we've that isn't highly stimulating to us, unless we're super motivated by other things.
Yeah. You got to be motivated to learn.
Our motivation quota is a lot higher.
There's a time for playing for fun, there's a time for playing to learn. I think you got to decide what session you're going into today. Do I want to just sit there and learn a meeting for an hour or two? Do I want to sit there and just play some matches with my friends? Two different things, aren't they? You're still playing, but the outcome of how you're playing, you need to decide that for yourself.
Yeah.
No one is born understanding fighting game terms. If you feel stupid at looking at frame data, don't. It's an unnatural academic language that must be explicitly taught and studied. This is why we start with frames. Point number 3.
Attention is the basis of developing knowledge. What our students attend to, or what they pay attention to, is what they learn.
My man, I didn't know how to speak English before I came to this country. So I don't think there was any inherent advantages to me having to learn a second fucking language. Just so that I can talk about how trash you guys all are at Street Fighter.
But you spoke fighting games from frame 1, though.
Welcome in, Wanglord. Yeah, so point number 3, right? Tunnel vision versus the bouncer, your attention. If you're only staring at your own character, you'll only learn how to panic. And why does the ADHD?
The player only says that their character health bar. They only learn how to panic. Yes, and I think this is a thing of like where to look. Again, we are constantly looking for stimulating things to look at.
We are, yeah.
So we bounce all the time.
Things can't catch our attention.
Yeah. And we can only, this is coming on to the next point as well, so slightly dipping into that, but we can only hold so many things in our short-term memory for so long.
Yeah.
And the rest of it just gets kind of fucking blocked out.
Yeah.
So the bouncer in this metaphor is not only like, not only not letting things in and everything else in. He also don't work for long. He's like an hour and a half. He's an hour and a half late.
Yeah.
And he goes home in an hour and a half. Like it's that sort of fleeting as well, I suppose. It might hyper focus on flashy animation in the background rather than an opponent's drive gauge or the character themselves.
The spacing, guys.
I think I needed when you were first teaching me, I really needed you to be like, where are you looking? And you did. No, you did. I really needed that.
Yeah.
Like, where are you looking? Because I had no idea. And I guessed it was them, but I made sure that I now look at my own character.
Welcome in, Tags. Thank you so much.
Hey,
for a
thank you for the tier 1
subscription.
10 months.
Don't most locals just throw training going as the arena? If it's not a paid tournament or if it's not a qualifier, then yes, you can use training mode. But if it is a qualifier, then you have to use any other mode. But I'm using training mode here for an example because my PC's shit. But secondly, right, what do we look at, right? When you sit here and you look at all of this visual noise, is what I like to say. right? Like, I'm not looking at Jury. I'm not looking at my own character. I'm looking like, what's the furthest that his kick right here will reach? Probably up to this midline. So I know I can be about here before having to think about anything, but I have to understand, like, to the left-hand side of my screen, I don't care exactly where Jury is. I am looking at Luke and his stupid fucking face, right? Looking at his stupid fucking face, I'm not going to look at his face, I'm going to look at his hand, I'm going to look at his feet. I'm going to look at how he moves, I'm going to look at how he jumps. But I'm not looking at me, I'm not looking at his face, so that I can just spend my eyes looking at his yellow gloves, his feet, the bar, his health bar, his drive bar, and then I've just half the side of the screen. I have the confidence to know that I'm in space or out of space. Okay?
That's what I meant, by the way. Not looking at me, looking at the other character.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I realized I said looking at myself.
So many of you, you're still currently looking at your own character, and that's fine. You have to, because you don't understand whether or not what you're doing is correct or not, right? That will take time for you to develop that. I don't know. I know there's light punch reaches here, right? But I wasn't looking at Jury. I was looking at the bar. I was looking at like this line here. Nothing to do with her. Just understand the range every single time. So you can see he jumps, right? I'm so focused on him, not on me.
I'm so sorry. I need to wee.
Okay, that's fine. I can talk about point four myself.
So sorry. I'm gonna eat garlic bread.
Yeah. Eat some garlic bread while you have. No.
That's weird.
That's fine.
Not on the toilet.
Point number 4. Human attentional bandwidth is limited. We can only attend to a few novel items at once. So we go on to our next point right here.
Feeling nervous?
Do you notice? This is not the right point. Making sure that you understand that your mental stack can only hold so many things. You might just be like inherently trusting your own actions. But it's actually this one. So it's limited. The mental stack, we cannot watch for everything, can we? Can't watch for a jump in, drive impacts, crouching medium kick, dashes, all at once.
Getting cold feet?
So your working memory is at deficit as well, even with neurodivergent and neurotypical players. There's so many things to look forward to. So ADHD brains, our RAM gets so much fuller quicker. So we have to find a way to like ditch some of the stuff out so that our system doesn't crash entirely.
I'd say a core difference between people who are neurodivergent and neurotypical is that we often don't get a choice of, and that links back to the third point of the bouncer. He just lets shit in that doesn't really need to be let in. He's also an hour and a half late. We can't control when he shows up. We can't control when he leaves. We can't control who he lets in and who he doesn't let in, you know? Because there's just so much going on all at once. And we're a lot more sensitive to things like that. And we can get overwhelmed very easily.
Getting cold
And
feet?
because your RAM is full, you're not able to like react to every single thing. So what do we actually need to do to prevent like big old mental stack overload? And what can we ditch? So here's a question for chat. At full screen distance, you're against a fireball character. What don't you need to think about? What don't you need to think about?
Feeling nervous?
I could put that.
You don't need to think about his normal moves, correct? Next. Jump ins, normals, drive impact, supers, and drive rushes. Six things already that we don't even need to think about. So then the only other thing that you're thinking about is a fireball coming our way. or some sort of mad full screen neutral skip. Two things that are slow enough for you to think about blocking. You can ditch all the other things, right?
I'm just laughing at one.
Yeah.
Who said the duality of man and my long-term prospects in the job market?
Feeling nervous?
We're mid-screen now, guys. What should we put into our mental stack? Just to be really specific right now, we're mid-screen. His jumps do not cross us over.
Are your answers still the same, Wanglord?
Still thinking about the job prospects.
DP.
If you jump there with DP, I'm asking what options. The DP will never hit from where Luke
No.
is right now. So you don't need to think about
Cold
DP.
feet?
We're jury right now. We're always jury. Remember that.
DP wouldn't even work if it was jury either.
Yeah, exactly. So my DP doesn't work. His DP doesn't work.
So
Don't need to think about
can
it.
we? Nah, the jury, the duality of man is much more relevant than screen. I'm just
Yeah.
taking this over.
So you have So you're already thinking about the counters for what options he is able to do. So he's going to be able to jump.
So
You know
jumping
that.
is an option.
You got DP. Okay.
So jumping is an option.
Is drive impact in our mental stack right now from this distance? Should it be?
Fireball.
Drive or fireball, we can parry. Do we need to think about DIs?
Getting
Because
cold
if we
feet?
don't need to think about DIs, ditch that.
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. Now when we get into normal range distance, you've got to think about normals. You've got to think about throws. You've got to think about DIs. In this particular scenario, neutral jumps and forward jumps are the things that you also need to think about. He can absolutely do empty jump. He can... Normal still don't matter unless they're idiots. Yeah.
Feeling nervous?
Actual answer is the spacing becomes the most important part. Can he empty jump?
Yeah.
Can he DR instant jab? Normals don't matter unless they're idiots.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Strike, throw, jumps.
DI.
The DI, right? Just don't press a button that you can't DI out of from here. So you also eliminate. Remember, the mental stack isn't just on your opponent.
No, I'm just thinking
Yeah.
about what's in my mental stack and
Yeah.
what I can do.
And-
DI.
Yeah, but you in your own mental stack, right? You can decide what buttons don't need to be pressed at this range as well. Not only do you need to focus on your opponent, and obviously, like you're having to separate two groups of mental stack, right? But you also then understand, okay, right? Well, this button won't work because he might DI. Let me just not use that button in this range. I might want to do it here. I might want to drive rush with it. Put things out with your neutral stack when you know that they're not options anymore. At the spacing range, as Wanglor said. You're looking confused.
Why would DI not be an option here? For me.
Because he can just press button and DI.
Okay. But I feel like it would be too far away if it was... Go back to the way you said you would do it.
Yeah.
That's way too far.
Yeah, but why would I DI here? Why would jury wouldn't DI
You said
here?
you'd think it went well. Okay, so at what... Okay, let me
Yeah.
rephrase the question. At
Okay.
what range would you could start considering DIing someone?
About here. That's different from here.
Where's the other place? No. The close-up one.
Here. I'm thinking about DI here.
Oh, you would think about DI
Yeah.
here.
I'm thinking more about DI here, though. Why?
To...
Why am I thinking more that he'll DI here versus...
Oh,
when he
well,
was here?
because you're in the corner.
Exactly.
No, I'm talking about a range for you. I'm so confused. Corner, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm confused by what the question is. The question's changed from when you went through 3 spaces.
What is in my mental stack? What isn't in my mental stack? So, if you're just thinking DI
Yeah, so-
specifically, I'm not thinking about DI here.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about DI here.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about DI here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking about DI here.
Yeah.
And if I'm thinking about DI here,
Uh-huh.
then the buttons that I choose have to be DI cancelable to counter this.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So right now, right,
Okay, yeah.
I know for a fact that standing medium kick I cannot DI into.
Right.
So standing medium kick is already out of the equation if I know that this guy is DI happy. I know that forward heavy kick, it's not DI punish, it's not DI cancelable.
Yeah.
So maybe I want to think about it at this range, but not at, and that button now is deleted from my mental stack.
So we would only do
Anything
lights and mediums.
lights and mediums, heavy I can DI as well, yeah.
Right.
But buttons that I can DI cancel.
Okay.
If the idea is okay, especially here now,
Yeah.
I'm never going to be pressing anything non-DI cancelable. In case that he goes and DIs me in the corner. He's thinking more about DI here
Yeah.
than here.
Yeah.
So I should be thinking more about button choices here
Here.
to go into DI
Yeah.
than button choices here.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm already out of range.
Okay.
Maybe I can recover quick enough.
Right.
But if I hit this and then hits a DI, I could go into the corner quite quickly.
Right. Yeah, I never thought about that. Huh.
What do you choose your focus at a specific range, exactly as Wangel said?
To be fair, DI as an option on both sides. On offense and defense is quite a fluid thing. Important thing is
Yeah,
that you don't
lock
lock yourself
yourself
out
out
a
a
bit.
bit,
Yeah, I never thought about that. Ever.
So like,
But it makes sense.
yeah. So
But-
for Cammy, right? I'm definitely not thinking about crouching heavy punch here.
Yeah.
Maybe just crouching medium, crouching
Yeah. Ah.
standing medium punch for Cammy.
Yeah.
No, can't DI cancel.
No.
So you only got a few buttons. So you move and you
Well,
press.
for Cammy, it would be lights and mediums.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
No heavies.
Or standing heavy, you can. But that's risky.
Okay. Cool. I learned something new. I would argue DI in the corner is more dependent on your drive gauge and super meter.
Yeah. It is.
But
But that's going into reading the entire game and the bars as well afterwards. What's more likely to happen, that needs to be at the top of my mental stack. I don't mind getting here with a DI if it's like round start.
and again, it links back to building a solid foundation. Once that has been learned, our mentals, that goes away from our mental stack. We're not, that's the thing that we need to repeat over and over again, and then it will go away and it will become second nature and it will become muscle memory. And that's part of building that foundation. Right now, for some people, that foundation is just looking at a different character. For then once you've done that, then you can go on to looking at super and all that.
What options?
So
yeah.
often more than enough, if you are just doing that one thing, which is fine because we are all learning and it's not like, you know, a big deal, you'll often probably find yourself being burnt out more.
Yeah. Point number 5.
Point number 5, prior knowledge constrains learning. We understand and misunderstand through what we already know.
So this is where our expert bias traps kind of comes in. You think you're the expert at the things that you know. As soon as you learn it, you think, I got this down. I'm the fucking best. But you might have misunderstood it on your journey to understanding it.
Feeling nervous?
And
We pick up like false information all the time, and that becomes part of the what we call schema of what we know about that thing. So a schema is like a mental model that you make of something, and you can sort of think of it as like a really big PowerPoint, and we put like all the things that we know about something in that schema. And it can be like facts about it. It can be shit that you've heard. It can be, and it's not fact checked at all. It's like Fox News. It's all the time, right? Full of misinformation. But the things that we pay attention to, we most likely, intake into that schema, and it's very hard to undo that process. So much research has gone into schemas and how we build a mental model of something, and ADHD and neurodiverse people are very susceptible to this, which again then leads into the whole boredom thing, because it's reshaping what we already know about something, or what we feel we know about something. And so under pressure, an ADHD Bane will ruthlessly default to the most ingrained dopamine tested habit, like jumping in even if they know it's wrong. Overriding a heavily grooved bad habit requires massive executive function, which depletes rapidly during a match for neurodivergent players. It's almost like, think of it like a groove in a record. Like, very hard to undo that once that's done, and it stays there and it's indelible. And a lot of our brains are like that. That you're not singling people out. All brains are like that to some extent. This is a lot of work to counter ADHD when you could just main Kim instead.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why some Kim players are deranged. But that's just because how they are, right? It's how their brains work. And that's fine.
Yeah, Kim is probably the most ADHD player. I get that.
Ridiculous. So how you learn your first character can dictate how quickly you learn your second character. If you learn your first character through vibes, learning your second character, which requires maybe more execution, more setup base,
completely different to how you're used to playing,
makes it so much longer of a process if you didn't learn your first character in a more rigid way. One of the reasons why I talk about frame data pretty much always like lesson 1 with any new students, because I want to frame it so that they understand, oh, it's my turn, it's not my turn. Oh, I've got this advantage, I've got that advantage, right? Even if it's just a basic understanding of whose turn it is, it informs them that, oh, okay, I can test this out myself. I know that this button I shouldn't press afterwards. I don't need to know exactly how minus it is right now, but I need to know it's not my turn after this button, or I give up my turn after this button. Because what ends up happening is unlearning bad habits is harder than learning new ones. And if you spent your entire time vibing with your first character or playing Kim, then you're actively sabotaging your learning process for later on.
And it's like putting in that really hard work and that monotonous work. But if you break it down into simple, manageable things,
Getting cold feet?
it should be better. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking play, so I'll play this game.
But the way you've learned it, you're able to learn new things quicker. Haven't you?
No.
Had I just left you to your devices and be like, go and get yourself up to platinum, then we'll talk.
I have more patience for sure.
Point number 6.
Fluency frees attentional capacity. When recall becomes effortless, we have more space for thinking.
Got a better demonstration for this one, but
Have you?
let's talk about this first.
Wow.
So, muscle memory. And it goes back to our conversation about RAM earlier, that our mental stack, right? If we're already still thinking about what button do I press, what should I press, what shouldn't I press, what do I need to worry about, are they going to jump? Are they going to choose Kim?
Are they going to choose JP?
Then our RAM is full before we even enter the match. So what's one way we can ditch some of the things that aren't on RAM is by having muscle memory.
As someone who plays every character, the point is 10 times more important on defense.
Like, Wanglor knows how to play the game.
Yeah, Wangers knows how to play the game. He doesn't. He's not loyal to anyone or anything.
He's not loyal to the game.
He ain't loyal to no one. He's an outlaw in that way. But no, I rate Wangers because he knows fundamentally how to play this game.
or any fighting game.
Yeah. Rather than... I mean, there's nothing wrong with either. There isn't anything inherently wrong, so long as, like, you're enjoying it. But I think that to appreciate one thing, one specific thing, appreciate the entirety of it and how your character fits within that.
Cold feet?
I think that's about as, like, minuscule as you need to go. And then Wangers is above that and is like, I appreciate the whole thing in general.
Appreciate might be a strong word for Wanglord, because he regularly uninstalls this game.
He's gonna but then he reinstalls it.
Yeah, that's true.
He always comes back like a sick little dog.
So how we build up our muscle memory or our levels of fluency happens with different levels of resistance. So you can sit here and talk about different ways to train your DP, and I'm going to talk and demonstrate this in just a moment. But working memory.
So our brain can roughly be split into 3 areas: short-term memory, working memory, short-term memory, working memory, and long-term memory. Now, short-term memory and working memory are part of the same part, but short-term memory can be things including, like, your senses. So I look at this lamp, I look at this poster, I look at the screen, I look at the camera, I look at the Red Bull, I look at the vape, I look at the thing. Like, my brain isn't, like, taking those things in and putting it anywhere else. It's just inputting, processing, telling my brain that's it, it's gone, right? It's gone within a second. My working memory is things that I choose to pay attention to. So, like, me talking, for example. But this is more actually me pulling things out of my long-term memory into my working memory. And that is due to me repeating that process over and over and over again. Or me reading, understanding, putting into practice over and over and over again, so I can pull this out really easily. If it was, say, something like learning how to cook a dish I've only cooked once before, that would take a bit longer to do. And it's the same with fighting games. If you practice the same combo over and over and over again, that will eventually go in, and then you can pull it out much easier. If you say you take a month break, that's why people when they take a little break and then they come back to it, they're somehow better.
Yeah,
and that's
fresher.
And that's because the strength between your long-term memory and your working memory, it's like a well-oiled machine, because you've practiced for a really long time, you've taken a little break, your body gets to relax, your brain gets to work on it in the background. What happens with that's like neurotypical, very, you know, all's grand, all's fine, it works normally. There isn't a lot of research on more is coming out now, but there's no actual, like, definitive research on neurodiverse brains and its taxation on the working memory and it being able to, and we call this recall, by the way. Teachers do it all the time. Is that our connection between those two things is a bit severed, and again isn't controlled by us, it's controlled by the bouncer, it's controlled by other things. And 2, our working memory and short-term memory are already full. So we have so many people at the I really like this bouncer metaphor. We have a shitload of people out the door. He's just going bam, 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 in, no, stop. And that's like shit that you have to go and pick up to feed your cat, you know? And the rest of it is like fucking, oh, light over there, and oh, look, Timmy here. Like, that's the rest of it. And it's gone. It's full. The club's full.
Exactly.
And they're like, no. Listening to a talk about ADHD while I zone out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right? That's the bouncer's going, nope. No more room, sorry, bye. And then, like, maybe, like...
Now DP.
Yeah.
Now DP on reaction.
Now, like, an hour later, he's like, I'm gonna go on break, bye, see ya, and never comes back.
Yeah.
And you've got all this shit in here. So, Because working memory is already taxed in an ADHD brain, automating physical execution isn't just helpful, it is strictly mandatory. If an ADHD player has to consciously think about moving their fingers, 100% is their opponent tracking bandwidth instantly disappears.
Your mental stack is too loaded on what you have to think about doing instead of just having muscle memory. You've got tags, right, saying he's been training this one Oki for a million years. It's been an hour and a half. And that's okay. So how do we demonstrate levels of fluency is how we understand what true muscle memory should feel like. And I also want to demonstrate this with, and I really hope I can do this at the same time as I talk about it on stream. We're going to talk about like just DPs, okay? So at the moment, the first level would be you just using fucking, I don't even know where it is anymore. It's you using Ryu. You remember this first one that you did?
Yeah.
He jumps, you DP. He jumps, he downward jumps, he forward jumps, you DP, right? That is level 0.
I like how this is just very common. Living with ADHD still applied to fighting games. See? This is what I mean. This is the whole thing, Wanger.
Yeah.
Where have you been, man?
He's been here for every one of them.
This is what we do.
So what would level 1 fluency look like? You have to start putting it into a game. Right? You got him on block all.
This isn't a game, though, is it? But people want to see.
No, so again, you just sit and relax and you just practice that DP. This is still not a true game scenario yet, right? How you think about doing this level with complete fluency is actually turning off the screen, looking at something else, right? I'll turn off my OBS. I'm going to press medium kick at you. I'm going to look at you and still do it. You have to do it like this. I don't need to look at the screen, right? You already know what action needs to come out, right? So you just sit there and do it. Like, he's going to cross-cut, right? Learn how to cross-cut by not looking at the screen. You don't look at your hands. You don't look at the screen. You look at something else in this room. So then you can go and think about, okay, well, what have I been training about? And I can go into a Lysander example, right? What have we been training, Lysander? What have we been training? You know what we've been training. You should know. Drive rushes. Just this loop, right? And I shouldn't have to look at anyone. And then you have to understand that. Why do you need to look at the screen? If you're still looking at the screen, you haven't got muscle memory.
What a waste of time.
And again, like, you can sit here and you go, oh, you've got all this piano background. You've got, 700,000 hours in fighting games. So it's like, well, what are you doing with your time then? If you're not developing fluency to make sure that you free your RAM, then you're just sitting here worrying. Or you don't have to worry. You don't want to like cut this part out, play modern. That's absolutely fine. But you can't sit here and go like, I've been training at this for hours. Yeah, exactly. This is what you obviously do look at the screen, but when you develop that level of fluency, then because you don't actually have to look at thinking about your hands, the screen, you go and look at the super gauge, you go and look at the meter, you go and look at the positioning. You don't have to sit there. Right now, if I know I've got this combo and I can take him to the corner, I'm looking at his health. I'm remembering what he might have done last knockdown after this. I'm thinking about, should I try and level 2? Should I try and level 3? I'm thinking all of these little things here now. So eventually, I'll switch up the idea and I'll finish my combo. You're not just practicing the one thing. When you're trying to practice something new, find a way to unload your brain. Look at anything else, but you still need to hit it. 0.7.
We naturally filter and forget. Our brains discard what isn't connected, repeated, and valued. So, even if it is super important, even if it is your grandmother's dog's heart medicine, it ain't going. It ain't going in unless it's been repeated. It ain't going in. And I actually have a clip of all this coming together for me in a way that I never had before. Morbid but accurate example. I thought I'd have a memorable example. There we go. We're not expecting you to come away with remembering all of these talking points and remembering every single thing. I forgot what I said half an hour ago. So like I don't expect you to fucking remember it. So but the point being, the overarching point being, you're not alone in it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And we got it, boo boo. We got it, honey boo boo, you know? So out of sight, out of mind. If an ADHD player doesn't actively use a piece of tech in high stakes matches repeatedly, the brain aggressively prunes it to save energy. They didn't forget the combo.
We all do this.
Their brain uninstalled it because it wasn't providing regular high stakes dopamine. And yes, we all do this. There's a reason why you don't remember French from school.
Yeah.
Because you probably haven't spoke French since you fucking left school.
Yeah.
Like me.
And it might be different in Chalk's case. He is from Canada.
And that's because you're around it.
Exactly, yeah.
So your brain will enforce that.
Yeah.
If you're not around it, you'll forget it. You just won't use it. You know? I think that's why repetition and recalling works so well, and also then spaced intervals of practice, which I think they become.
Oh yeah. It is there.
Yeah.
So if your setup isn't done under active resistance, so now like the next levels behind this, right, is I have to go and sit and play with a CPU, right, and I've just learned how to do this. I might still drop it, but I'm trying to understand. I can, as soon as I get the hit in, then I'm practicing this. Let go of it, and then just go again. Or if you want to sit practice DP, hopefully he'll jump. I've just got to be in the right space for him to jump. He'll jump. Maybe if I throw a fireball, it might condition him to jump. Are you that stupid? Some of them might just want. Look at them, they won't jump. Then you go level 4. Maybe he'll jump.
A level 1 CPU is not.
There you go, right? He sort of jump. I'm practicing my DP under active resistance. Do what you're trying to do as much as possible until it's in your muscle memory, in your games, in your ranked games, in your tournament games.
And to offload that working memory, taking things out from the long-term memory into the working memory, you work on one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You don't work on a bunch. You work on one, maybe two, maybe.
Yeah,
Depends,
if you're good too.
Depends on what it is.
If you can work on 2 things, why are you here?
If it's 2 connected things, so say like it's me crouching, medium punch into drive rush.
Yeah.
Those are technically 2 things, but we're gonna learn that's acceptable. But if it's say like I'm gonna do DI and DP, no, pick one. Pick one, stick to that. And then repeat and recall and do it again. Take a little break, do it again, you know? So we want to keep we don't want to keep, we're not dopamine police here either.
No.
Like, we're not trying to say, like, you can't have any dopamine, no dopamine for you, bonk dopamine. No, we're saying, like, you can even switch it up. So, one whole week, you do DIs. Take 3 to 4 days break. Do 5-6 days of DP. Take a little break, come back to it.
Yeah.
Take like 3-4 days out, come back to the DI.
That's for point number 9, but 8 first.
Yes, sorry. Understanding arises from connection and variation by seeing links between ideas and across different examples. This is how we strengthen that. Because another problem that neurodivergent people have is that we have a weak link between our working memory and our long-term memory. To strengthen that connection, we like to, and we naturally all do this as humans. We all naturally look for patterns, and our brains like those. So we already can do that just evolutionarily.
The application behind this is that if you know you've got a frame advantage, regardless of who you got, a +4 will always be a +4 for whatever character you pilot. So you know you've got these options coming your way. I've only got a +4 scenario, I'm not going to use a heavy button. Unloading the button mental stack right here. Oh, I've actually got a -3 frame advantage. I one definitely shouldn't press, and the only thing I should press is probably ODDP and Super. You're very hot.
Yeah, I'm very warm. I'm very warm. My cheeks are really red.
That's
And
right.
we can make that example even simpler. We can go back to the range thing. Like, from what range does this matter? It all depends on your level. But that realizing what you need to do will be born out of what you want to focus on, or what you need to focus on.
I want to land a counter hit example, or I want to make sure that I've got the right Oki after this DP because I am this many frames of advantage.
And even simpler, I want to, when I see paint, I DI.
Yes.
When someone jumps, I try and anti-air.
Yeah.
You know? So look for the skies.
Yeah. Look for the skies, check the ground.
This is where ADHD shines. ADHD brains are often incredible at lateral thinking and spot macro patterns. Once they connect the dots that the game is just one big underlying math system, they often experience a massive level up spike because their brain thrives on mapping interconnected systems.
So when I taught Tags how to DP, he latched onto that because he understands that this is the space that I need to look for jumps. That's when I DP. Let me practice that for 100 hours. And now with Akuma, can't jump on him. But has he done that with his second character?
No.
No. So how you master all of these states isn't by memorizing matchups. It's understanding the my turn, your turn, who's got the frames, and you look at the numbers. And I've got a question for you guys, right? We're face to face. We're point blank range. He's just done a wake up sweep. Yeah? And we block it. What are you thinking? You can go and pap your face. Wow.
Is it really hot?
No, you just look hot. You look uncomfortable. So get a cold flannel.
No.
Right. What are you guys thinking about when you block a sweep
What a
at point
fucking
blank range?
idiot. What kind of option
Yep,
was
good.
that?
I like that. That's
Yeah.
one thing.
That's a good one.
Punish, okay.
Okay. Being a bit more specific.
Any other answers? Yep.
Oh dear
Yeah.
God, what am I doing? What
Yeah.
am I doing? What am I doing? Ah! I'm thinking this while killing him, to be fair.
Yes, you are. That's true. But the thing is, right? This is how some of you are going to be thinking, right? Block a sweep, point back range. What are you thinking? Some of you will be thinking, just mash DP. You know? Miss DP. It's my turn. Mash DP. You know? Some of you are thinking, it's my turn. But Wanglor's already progressed from that. He's not thinking it's just my turn. He's thinking it's my turn, what a fucking idiot. But before that, he already thought, I'm plus 12. He knows he's got a heavy
Because
combo
I'm thinking
ring.
that way because I already autopiloted the mechanical
Yeah.
response. Because you've strengthened that connection between your working memory and your long-term memory.
Yeah.
And so it's easy for you to bring it out of there.
So how much? Yeah, I guess we're already here. Most of us who are 1600, including yourself, Wanglord, right? We're already here. I know that I'm this. I might not know the exact. I might be plus 10, might be plus 11. But I know my heavy punch beats up this stupid idiot for doing sweep at point blank range.
Who sweeps in Street Fighter 6 nowadays?
KC.
Literally, who sweeps though? Yeah, like who is sweeping?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever swept like on purpose, ever. Like apart from, I had no idea it was plus 12, but I knew HP beats us.
Yeah. So you already know that there's a heavy punch route that you could go into.
Real fear of missing the punish just from being baffled.
Yeah.
by the
Yeah.
audacity to wake up. Literally, I'd be like that meme of like, why did you just do that? Why? I was stunned into oblivion. Memory and fluency arrive through spaced retrieval. Each act of remembering strengthens our access to the idea. So it is that idea that I was just talking about of like strengthening that bridge or strengthening that link between our doop, 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 doobie doop.
So memory and fluency through space retrieval is the learning curve that I showed you in our last talk. What am I learning? What have I remembered? And now I'm climbing again. What am I learning? Okay, I'm climbing again.
It's likely so.
But ADHD enjoyers.
The ADHD player
Goes back
will
to that
want to
hyperfocus.
lab a new combo for 9 hours straight on a Tuesday and never touch it again. The all or nothing hyper focus. But spaced retrieval requires 15 minutes a day for a week. Teaching an ADHD player to break their hyperfocus and trust the sleep on it process goes against their natural neurobiology. Yes, I agree. There's nothing more I can say to
No,
that.
there isn't.
It is.
You can't cram this. You have to sit there, like, learn how to do your dry brush combos for a week. Do it for a month. Learn your neutral for 6 months. Learn how to DP for a whole year. Learn how to DP again for another year. And you saw this journey that I've mentioned about my rank climbs over the last 3-4 seasons of going to 1800 MR. I've learnt something. There's a season reset. I'm fighting a load of people who are 1800, 1900, and as I dip again, I'm learning something new, progressing back up. Season reset, and again, you don't know exactly what I'm learning, but you can see that every time I've done something to make sure that whatever area in my game I was lacking, I've decided to choose that season, which is about 5 months, to focus on.
And all of this was one thing, just to be clear.
What do you mean by one thing? Like one
thing that you were trying to learn in these 5 months, or
Yeah, like
Yeah.
One or two things. So over
per season.
per season. So this
Right.
is one season, that's one season.
No.
Ah.
1 or 2 things you were learning
Yeah.
per season. So you're learning. So you've learned 2, 4, 6, 8 things.
Yeah.
Right.
But like kind of the idea of like, because I can do it so naturally,
Yeah.
I'm not just working on 2 things. I might be like, okay, I've forgotten about better neutral, so let me just work on that. Oh shit, my neutral does suck. Okay, right, I've got better neutral now. Oh, I can't do crosscuts. Let me work on crosscut this season again. Oh, I might come back to it. Oh shit, my crosscut still sucks. I want to go and talk about some graphs now. So here is someone's graph. Has this person plateaued?
I get stomped by him being a moron, and after blocking the sweep, I don't react fast enough, and he ODTPs through my late punish attempt.
Yes. Has this person plateaued? Or has he learnt something, it works, and he's continuing to climb? Talk to me, chat. Talk to me, chat. Has he learnt?
Not plateauing.
He's not plateauing. So this person isn't plateauing yet.
They've only played 3 games.
Yeah, over a long period of time.
Over how long?
30th
to the
a month.
7th of the 3rd.
Yeah, a
to
month.
the 31st in less than a month. In
Yeah.
about 3.5 weeks.
Jumped a whole.
They've played 3 games.
It's jumped a whole level.
And jumped a whole level.
Yeah, not plateau at all.
No. I reckon they've made one thing. They've learned one thing and it's worked.
Has this person plateaued?
Over the span of, again, same timeline. Yeah,
Same timeline.
roughly same timeline. No.
What is the story right now of this person?
Not learning.
Mm-hmm.
Learned like a thing or two.
Yeah.
Continued to learn that thing.
Yeah.
For a fucking idiot, and that's a fluke.
That's not really a fluke, because that's going up by
That's one
3,500 points.
Another thing stuck in
Yeah.
that was related to the things that they'd already learned,
Yep.
and they just went, oh, it's like connecting like 3 things at once. Not plateauing, met Seafire on the 3rd. That's the story summed up.
Yeah.
Learned bullshit, applied it.
Yeah.
Hit point where it didn't work anymore. Learned more bullshit, applied it. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a better way of saying that.
Same thing. Just a Wanglore terms. Has this person plateaued?
Yes.
Ah. Then that's okay.
That's okay.
Then it means it's time for you.
Is that fucking me?
No. This person is stabilized, so it's time to learn new things.
Yeah. This person has put everything into practice and continues to do that thing, and it is up to them to either learn a new thing or be satisfied with where they are.
Yeah.
And both things are absolutely fine. Both things are grand, because unlike school, right? Unlike school, we have the option to just completely fucking drop this altogether.
Yeah.
We do. Once we get to a certain level where we go, actually, do you know what? I'm
good.
all right.
Yeah.
I'm all right. I'm cool. I'm chill with you.
Yeah.
Like, I might pick you up again. That's how I feel about it. I could pick you up again. It's sitting right there.
Yeah.
I'd probably have a little bit of a time. You know, I said
I'm
I'd
not
get
going
on.
to sit there actively going
I
like...
said I'd get on with Alex. Isn't here. He's not here. I'm not arsed about it. You know.
Yeah.
But and that's fine. That's absolutely grand.
Has this person plateaued?
If you pulled up my graph, it would look like an EKG. Some people want to come home, just want to come home from work, slap the wife about a bit, and play some SF Frank with a pint in it.
Yeah.
Fine.
Has this person plateaued? And actually, the most important thing that I want to ask you about this picture.
What's the red bit?
The red bit
the bottom?
the red bit is LP.
Oh.
The blue is the master rate.
Oh.
So the 3 people were not master characters. This is a master character.
I would disagree.
Why do you feel like this person hasn't plateaued?
I think this person.
I think this has not. And because there's one really important part.
You think he hasn't?
I think this person hasn't plateaued, and there's one really important part of this graph that I'm actually focusing on.
What am I most interested in the graph?
What are you most interested in this graph? Have a look.
It may look like it, but since it's master, it's reset every 5 months. No, this looks like someone trying to learn and maybe getting blown up by trying to get better and messing up. What part of the graph are you most interested in?
This part.
Oh,
Here.
Yeah. I was going to say this part, but that was ages ago.
Yeah. So the story behind this would probably be someone got to masters.
Yeah.
Realized that actually I can't hang with base 1500 master players.
Yeah.
The things that I don't work.
Okay,
the things
so
that used
now,
to work.
so now what? Now what do I?
What do I
need to
do?
work? What do I
Okay,
do? What do I do?
I've learnt something,
Yeah.
or I've honed my game plan or my autopilot long enough.
Yeah.
This is a season. This is a
season
bad
drop.
section.
Right. Yeah.
And again here,
Yeah, but you
back
make
up,
it back.
make
Yeah.
it back, and then you see this little slight dip here.
Yeah, that's you learning
This
something
little,
else.
this little
And
slight
then-
dip here. And then this happened.
Yeah, so what happened there?
Yeah.
And that's over a period of like
from last year
From
to
last
this
year to this year, yeah.
But recently, who is this? This is this person. This part of the journey. This part of the journey here. Come on. Oh no. This part of the journey here is the interesting part, because this happened over a day. This happened over 2 days.
Yeah.
So in 2 days, what did this person learn? What will be the story behind it?
Are these all random people, by the way, or have you taken it from people that we know?
What a great question. Say that again.
What
What a great question. Say that again.
Are these random people that you've taken from, or are these people that we know?
No, the first one is Lysander.
Yeah. See, now this could be me.
The second person is Dam Dam. Peanut, the
Yeah.
Cammy player.
Right.
He learned Himiti, started executing it, starts to understand that, okay, whatever I'm doing doesn't work, but this particular, like, I've honed the Meaty,
Yeah.
works. The third person is Gridneck, the jury player. He's been learning with me, but he hasn't been playing any ranked.
Okay.
So he's plateaued at this point right now, but he's ready to go into ranked. Do you know who the fourth person is?
Is it you?
It's not me. It's Budo.
Ah.
And in the last 2 days, he started developing his neutral. He lost a bit.
I knew it!
He lost a bit, right? But he's working on his neutral here. This part right here. This part right here. This is you working on the neutral. This part right here is you starting to actually understand how to hone it. The story is there. Tell me I'm wrong. Point number 10.
When we talk and write, we better understand what we have watched and heard. Overt thinking supports learning.
So,
You aren't wrong.
I'm gonna harbour on, yeah. When you sit there and you play loads of games, be it casuals, be it ranked, right? What are you guys thinking about? What do you talk about? Especially some of you who play on stream, right? Are you calling out what you're seeing? But calling out what you're seeing is not enough.
I'm gonna tank now because I'm gonna try and incorporate fireballs into my neutral.
Yeah, and that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
You're working on something right now, and as soon as it clicks, right, you'll shoot straight back up, and you'll be even more consistent of a player. So just saying you got hit high or low isn't enough. You need to say exactly why you got hit. Were you at a minor situation? Was it a low? Was it a jump in? Did you react in time? Was it a DI, right? How did you get hit? What were you looking for? And call out, I got hit, but make it so you understand that. And counter it with, oh, I should do this next time. The ADHD brain
often has a chaotic, racing internal monologue, forcing them to speak their mistake out loud or write it down, forces the brain to slow down, organize the thoughts sequentially, and process the error logically rather than emotionally.
It's way too much in the brain to think logically about it.
When I was doing Street Fighter, like more full time, or playing it,
Yeah.
I tried to externalize those thoughts a lot more. Like,
You do.
he does this on Wake Up. I wasn't doing I wasn't at the level of like, oh, I know that I'm -4 or whatever. I would just say, I didn't know the specific numbers,
No.
but I was like, I know that that's not my turn.
Yeah.
That's not I'm the blue pill.
Yeah.
I'm blue pill. I'm not DP. I'm blue pill.
Yeah.
And I think like, oh, what else? Okay, that clearly wasn't my turn, but maybe it is my turn for something else, and I just did a slower button. Maybe,
Yeah.
and it never goes any further than that.
Yeah.
It never went any further than that. But like, I would always go, what do they do on Wake Up? What do they do round start? and what do they do when they knock me down? Those were my three main questions. And if I figured that out, sometimes it would work. 9 times out of 10 it wouldn't.
Absolutely, Wanglord.
Mandatory mention of that one Broski video where he narrates his entire decision making live while playing ranked at like 2k MR. Helped me so much. Yeah, it does. It really helped me as well. It really helped me filter out the thoughts.
Yes. Yeah. Joker Jokes does this really well as well. If you ever need to see someone talk about their thought process while playing high-level Street Fighter, Broski, Wangle has just mentioned, but go and watch Joker Jokes.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah.
It's really hard not to feel the emotions after a match. Winning feels good, losing feels bad, and trying to shake the invincible crash out mentality is not easy. Yeah. No.
What was the
It's
mantra?
not.
What was the mantra? What was the mantra?
If I am losing because I am trying something new, I am actually winning.
Are you trying anything new?
And then again, it circles back to that point of learning is invisible, even to us. And so we can link this back to another point that we made in a previous one. You don't have patience with yourself. And that's okay.
You can develop it.
You can develop it. You need to have patience with yourself. Because again, impatience blocks the way to learning as well.
Yeah.
So
If you're not in a comfortable environment to play to learn, then you are just playing for fun. That's it. And playing for fun means winning or losing doesn't matter. But then if you're playing to learn and you're losing, then you're still winning.
yeah.
So either it doesn't matter or you're always winning because you're always learning something new. Point 11.
The ideas we develop are rarely perfect first time. Feedback refines our understanding. And it slightly comes back to point 1 as well, where it was talking about we learn from previous generations worth of knowledge, etc.
Hey, tags. Just before we go on to point 11, welcome in, tags. Welcome in. My name's C57. This is Wendy Cooljets. We're talking about the FGC Psychology Talk, Hyperfocus versus Overload. How do we learn about fighting games? So, if you want to sit and relax and listen to two trash Street Fighter players talk about shit, welcome in. If you want to raid and dip, absolutely, go for it. Hello, BB Eva, how you doing? Just before we go on to point 11, I just want to talk about just Wanglor's point, right? It is, you're right. 99% of you beating yourself. But do you ever ask yourself, guys, this question? Did I beat myself? Or did my opponent beat me? Did you go and press an unsafe move? Did you go and DI when it wasn't your turn? Did you go and whip a button? What did you do to beat yourself? Or did you generally actually get outplayed because you were like 100% on defense? Chances are you weren't. You made some sort of mistake. So verbalize it.
I often relate my talking about that, going back to that chaotic racing internal monologue, and I was about to dead name you there. Tags, and I've talked to Tags and Sarah about this as well. In that I relate my brain to like a ping pong ball inside a white room. And when I'm normal and I'm not under the influence of drugs, the ping ball is like bing, 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 bing. It's like one of those fucking, it's like going into a slot machine, right? And I have all these voices in my head all the time, talking at me, wanting my attention. I have things on the outside, and like, it's very hard to keep that together. And that often comes out as like anxiety. It comes out as panic. It comes out as stress. It used to come out as fucking like vomit. But anyway, but when I have DRUGS. The ping pong ball is still going, but it's like bing, bing,
But it helps.
bing. Yeah, and it slows the ball down. So I'm able to think about things a lot easier. Also, we're sadly hardwired to always consider the last interaction that popped the you lose screen as the decisive one, despite it never being the real answer as to why you lost the set. The way you say ping pong ball. This, is it funny? How do I say it?
Sorry, back to the idea we developed is really perfect first time.
Sorry, yes.
Feedback
Yeah.
refines our understanding.
And we can, I wanted to add on to that point of we can gain feedback not only from ourselves but also from each other as well, and that's why, like,
Watch your opponent play the player.
watch your opponent play the player, replay your own thing. So if you find it difficult to do it in the match, do it afterwards and replay your shit.
Oh, this was a meaty.
Oh,
I
this
shouldn't
was
have
a
pressed-
meaty.
I shouldn't have pressed there. Oh, this was a.
You don't have to be
fake
sorry.
So, point 11, the application of, like, don't. You can say you're trash, but back it up with frame meter. I'm trash because I keep mashing. Or, there's a frame trap here. Or, no, this button always wins out. No. Back it up, right? Why did they use this button, right? And if you feel like you are just in the scrub quotes section, go back and look at the replay. Did you press? Was it your turn? Should you have done the thing that you shouldn't have done? And answer that question before you go on Twitter. I talked about rejection sensitivity dysphoria.
RSD. RSD.
Do you-
I have my own thoughts about RSD,
Yeah.
but anyway. Is huge in ADHD. They often perceive getting hit or losing as a severe personal failure. I'm just trash at this game. Objective feedback. The replay is crucial because it removes the emotional spiral and replaces it with, oh, I was mathematically -4. It neutralizes the RSD with data.
Nothing to add?
Yeah,
Good.
nothing to add.
What you see on screen will lie to you. How you feel will lie to you. But when you go back and read the frames, when you go back and watch the replay, it's black and white. That's what it is, isn't it? And you just use that feedback as a way to refine whatever flawed perception you had of that particular button, that particular move, that knockdown, whatever. Right? Back it up with data. And we come to our last point.
We attend or pay attention to what we value. Motivation arises through success, rewards, emotions, and social signals.
And this is going back to our outcome goals versus process goals.
And if you need a quick reminder.
Absolutely. Process goals and outcome goals. Do you need a reminder? Which one is it that we want?
We want process goals.
We want process goals. And the reason why we want process goals is because, and again, those of you who were in our chat last time, talk about this. I want to win 5 matches today. I'm also facing 5 ending walkers. Can't control that. I've just set myself a bad goal. The better goal is I want to land this particular tech, this anti-air, this Oki today. You get to control this so that you don't emotionally gamble with your dopamine. You're giving yourself opportunities for dopamine hits. If you set bad goals, you're gambling with your emotions. If you set yourself good goals, you give yourself the opportunity for a dopamine hit. That is point 12. But the ADHD, their dopamine receptors don't work in the same way as neurotypical people. They are starved for it, so they always want to think about the outcome goals for that easy, quick dopamine hit. They only value the victory on the screen, which is rare when learning.
Yeah, and the brain abandons the game. Yeah, it's and it's difficult to change a mindset.
Mm. And it's especially harder.
Because again, we have built a schema of winning. We have built a schema around winning. What does winning mean to you?
Yeah.
And when we build that schema, it's very hard to take things out of said schema. And we have to try and change our schema. And how we view victory.
When I play against Muscle Noob, Broski, ISDD, I want to just win one round, or I just want to win a game. It would be great if I can win a set, but that's the process goal. I want to make sure I'm out-neutering him. I want to make sure that I can do all the correct things against this high-level player, so even winning a round or winning a really good interaction and pinning them to the corner is me winning. If I lose a set, I lose a set. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. It was like when I went into that that custom game with Tags, Compadre, Scotty, Clarky, some other fucking master player. I can't remember who they were. I think Wangers might have been there.
Yeah.
Right? These people were all, one, playing the game very regularly, two, way higher than me, right? Way higher. And I hadn't played the game in fucking ages. I didn't think about that. I just thought, one, I'm gonna have fun. Two, if I win a round, right? Slay. If I get their bar down, slay. If I react to a DI, slay. Like, love all of those things. That's fine. Didn't win a single fucking game. Didn't win a single game. Not one. I lost.
You did get trashed.
I got fucking annihilated, right? But what I took away from that, I got a game off Compadre. I got a game off Scotty. Like one whole round off both of those players. People that play all the time.
Yeah.
I don't fucking play, right? I reacted to... I DP'd 3 fucking times. Easy.
That's winning.
I just want to do dumb stuff and see if it works so it looks really funny on stream. And yet you don't stream.
On other people's
Bozos
streams.
plus ratio Scotty and Compadre. Like, you know? But like, my point being is like, I could have come away from that being like, oh, I'm fucking trash.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm shit. I'm awful. God, I'm never playing this game ever again. Fuck this game. Like, oh, fucking Compadre plays Akuma. He can beat me. He's got 20% more damage than I do. Or whatever fucking bullshit number he has. Right? Like, oh, of course I lost. Or like, oh, well, Scotty plays Marissa, and Marissa just has to do fucking target combo, end. Like, like, that's it. You know, oh, of course I lost. I could easily have come away like that and never picked up the stick and never done anything with it and just blamed everyone else and got really pissed off about it and really mad about it. But instead I was like, fucking slay.
Yeah. Took a round. DP'd.
Took a round, DP'd, like, fucking lost. Who gives a shit? Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
I feel like thinking those things are stupid is fine as long as you realize those things aren't the reason you lost. Huh? I feel like thinking those things are stupid is fine as long as you realize those things aren't the reason you lost. Can you interpret that comment?
I'm trying to.
Okay, sorry. I'll read it again. I feel like thinking those things are stupid is fine.
As long as you realise those things aren't the reason you lost.
Like, I hate that Geef has 11. Oh, right, I see what you're saying. Right. You can simultaneously think that those things are stupid, like he has 20% more damage.
This guy's modern.
Like this guy's modern. Like Marissa is target combo. But it's very rare to think both of those things at once. Yeah. Usually people fall into one of two categories.
I get you.
I think you fall into a trap of like that's a slippery slope towards everything is everyone else's fault and I'm fucking perfect. I'm saying like, and like if you're good enough to get yourself out of that, fine.
Yeah.
But I think it's just a slippery slope into that mindset, into that like just despair sort of whirlpool, if you like. He's saying you can think something is unfun to play against if you don't blame it for losing. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. I understand. Thank you.
Hate playing against my fans.
Oh fucking hell! Fucking I hate my.
But it wouldn't be the my fans that made me lost. It will be the decision making after blocking the my fans. High, low, drive, rush.
I don't like Sea Viper, but it's because I don't know her.
Yeah.
I don't like Elena. It's because I don't know her.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know who's she.
Yeah.
Sorry, I need to put my leg up.
That's fine. No worries. And that is
Stick
our 12 goals.
Stick my fucking forehead.
If you make
into
it,
the camera.
yeah. What you hate is also why you lost. Yeah, and that's
Make an
it's
exception for
alright.
my what
It's
you
okay.
hate as well.
And those are our 12 points for tonight. Final thoughts. Learning's hard. Learning's very hard.
Learning's hard, and if you've not been taught how to learn something, then it's even harder.
So how can I help you learn in a more efficient way?
If you know how to do quarter circle forward punch, you know how to play me.
I was talking to Widow about this. Like, when you feel like you're playing trash, who are you comparing it to? Are you comparing
Who I was 6 months ago.
You should compare yourself to you, but you shouldn't compare your journey to someone else's.
Yeah. I mean, I joke all the time, and I see like fucking Punk doing the same combo that I do, and I'm like, where the fuck's my Evo win, or where the fuck's where the fuck's all my shit? I joke about that, but like
you don't.
But I know it's because I don't play enough, and I'm not that good. And I'm not that good.
Yeah.
I'm not Punk, and I haven't played in fucking ages. Like, you know, that's why. You'll need to stop using ranked as a reflection of your worth and instead just use the system as a snapshot of where you are currently on your journey to get better. I never understood the fear of ranked. To me, it's just better matchmaking. Yeah, it's
You're
more
always playing someone who's either just above your level or just slightly under you.
Yeah, that's it.
Win against everyone who's slightly under you. Try to take rounds off people who are slightly better than you.
I started to think that at the end of my journey.
Street Fighter journey.
Wanger's convinced me. He was like, why are you afraid of ranked? Just fucking do it. And I was like, yeah, why am I afraid of ranked?
Yeah.
That's fucking true. Why am I afraid of ranked? Who cares? Like, it'll go up or down regardless of what I do. Why am I waiting?
So,
and it will be the true
don't be bitch Stewie.
Or bitch Brian.
Start thinking about what are you actually going to be thinking about when you block something unsafe? Or when you do block something and it's not your turn, right? Don't do this. Do this once. Yeah? Do it once. And then go into your blue red pill.
Yeah, on the blue pill.
Yeah, and
on the blue pill.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us in this FGC psychology talk tonight. I hope you had fun listening to us ramble on. It has been almost 2 hours of us rambling with barely any Street Fighter play, but it is an important journey for you to listen to. So, we'll clip this, we'll put it on highlights, we'll put it in the Discord. Yeah, it almost has been 2 hours, Chalk. Literally, like, our jobs as professional speakers, we could talk for 6 hours on just some random shit and you'd be like, oh yeah, give this guy $50 an hour. But that's what we're teachers. What you doing?
Sorry, I'm just getting the Discord.
Discord, yeah. So if you're interested in... Sorry, I completely lost track. So I need a brain break.
Narcissistic yapper power couple.
Yeah, boy.
We're a power couple. Oh, get fucked!
Yeah.
Get fucked!
So yeah, if you are interested in more of these FGC talks, if you're interested in me coaching you, if you're interested in listening to Wang Lorne's slurs, this is
He
this
never goes on, so
this channel is probably the place where you'll find all of that. So yeah, thank you.
thank you.
And we are going to be rating out to people who played this game,
Oh, okay.
not us. We don't play this game. Just
Oh.
yappers. We are just yappers.